Hey guys, what I have here is think will be an interesting project. This belongs to a friend, and he just picked this up for a dirt cheap price. I don't even want to say how little he paid for this, but it's basically a shell of a guitar. I'll go over very quickly what's wrong with it, what you can see quickly what's wrong with it. But it's what I think is a 1976 Ibanez Les Paul. So I told the guy, I'll help you with it, but as long as we can keep the screws that are in the neck plate, because they just kind of make me smile, so I'll show them to you in a minute. But so quickly, what's wrong with it is there's no electronics, there's no hardware. This has been filled in with, it looks like maybe it's wood filler, I'm not sure, so I'll have to clean that out. The only thing new that we're going to buy is a bridge and tailpiece, and we're just going to get like an economy one, just because he kind of wants to get this with strings on it and to see if there's anything else, see if it'll play. All the other stuff is used that we're using. We have a set of used pickups that he supplied. Oh, the switch will be new also, but it'll be a reproduction. So quickly, what's wrong with it besides missing everything? The neck is loose in there. It's a bolt-on neck. It's missing binding here, missing binding here. Now I have an old an acoustic guitar that I'm going to try to get some of the binding and just patch it up. It won't be perfect, and I probably won't have the dots in it. It's missing binding here. It's missing the nut. It only has 3 tuners, and they've been changed several times. That's some finish missing there, but there's a crack. Looks like it might have been repaired before, or it's not all the way through, but I was, kind of applying pressure to it, and it didn't open up. So I will seal this with, probably seal this with super glue, and then try to do some finish repairs. There's chips everywhere, but that doesn't bother him. And the jack plate is missing. Some of this stuff, he's given me some artistic liberty to, whatever I do to it won't be irreversible. But what I really liked about this guitar when he showed me this, showed me pictures of it, none of these screws match. Like, these are both slotted heads, but they're not the same. That's got such a nice patina on it. I can't tell what that is. It looks like it was a squared head or an Allen, but I don't know. They put the wrong tool in there, and this is a Phillips. So if these are all the right length, we'll reuse these. For some reason, there was some tape on the back here. And this guitar is kind of like, I guess you would call it semi-hollow. I don't know if you'll be able to see inside of it really well, but there's a lot of, it's like there's a block here, but there's a lot of open spaces too. Not over here on this side so much, but wherever there's electronics go, it's wide open. Like you can kind of see inside there, see through to the other side. See? So that'll be easy getting the wires through. So I may not film every single thing I do with it, but I will, like, as I do it, maybe I'll show a few things that I do. But hopefully by the end of this video, I'll be playing this guitar, and it's definitely going to be done on a budget. So that's why I'm showing this. Some people might think, oh, you're not using original parts or whatever. But for this, this was just sitting in someone's house, and my friend, was able to buy it. But it's going to be cleaned up while still keeping its age. And I kind of was thinking about it tonight, and I was thinking it's kind of like if you, you see some old car somewhere and there's no wheels on it and it's not running, and you put a set of wheels on it and get it going, drivable. And they're not the original wheels, but you got it. It's a working car again. and whatever you did, whatever you've done to it is reversible. So if somebody comes along down the line and wants to, make it original, everything is reversible. They can take the wheels off, put the original wheels on. But the guy that owns this, he's not going to be buying expensive parts to get this working. We'll get it playable, hopefully, and then we'll see what it looks like when we're all done. Okay, so I got this thing back together and playable, and I'll just try to quickly go over everything that I did to it. Every part that I put on this shell was used except for the bridge, tailpiece, and this toggle switch. These are all from Amazon, and these came together, and this was separate, but they're $28. The parts guitar that the guy bought for this was probably $20 to $25. I'm not sure. I think he got that from a guy that does like storage unit cleanouts. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4 binding repairs. This one came out the best because this one had kind of like some wood damage there also, which I didn't really do anything with the wood. The Les Paul bridge fit right into the holes. The pickups are from the parts guitar. Toggle switch new. Two of these knobs came from the parts guitar. These other two were mine. I thought it looked good like that, rather than have here 2 golds and 2 blacks. It's kind of like a diamond shape. I was able to save 3 of the original goofy screws. I had to put one of my own in there because one of them was too short. I made these covers out of a license plate. This here I thought was Scotch tape on the back, but what it actually was where someone apparently a long time ago put tape on it and then pulled it off. All I did was kind of wet sand it a little bit to make it feel a little bit more smooth. There's a lot of nice wear on this guitar, like age from just playing, so that's nice. Got a nice look to it. Binding's all yellow. The body was pretty hollow, which I think I have pictures of. The neck, where it had a crack, I couldn't get any movement on that, so where it looked like it was opening up, so I just surface filled it with some super glue. So that, and then I wet sanded that to get it to feel nice. The nut that I put on here is the closest one I had. It's not a good fit. It's a little bit narrow, but that's all that I had. I don't have any nut blanks or anything like that, so I just used that. And the tuners, they're from that parts guitar. The head I just cleaned. Fretboard I cleaned and oiled. I don't have a good amp. All of my amps kind of have a staticky sound, and they don't sound good. I don't have a good amp that sounds good distorted. So if you could please, if there's anyone has a good recommendation for an amp that's a budget amp but sounds good, clean and distorted, if you could put that in the comments. And by budget, like for me, it's like $100 or $200 at the most that I could spend. So I didn't do any adjustments at all to this. And the reason why I didn't do any adjustments yet is because I just figured it's been so long that it has not had string tension on it. I just figured I'd just put this, strings, tune them up, and let it sit for a while, see what happens with it. This I did not touch. I just put it on the way it came. And everything seems to be working well. And it plays. So let's see. I have a pick here. So that's why I'm just kind of showing it with a clean